Batman himself. He has an incredible rogues gallery, so this video was really hard to make, but here are the top 10 greatest Batman villains. Number 10 is Hush. Hush was created by Jeff Loeb and Jim Lee and first appeared in the 12-part series Batman Hush. If you haven't read it, spoilers ahead, major spoilers. Bruce's childhood friend Tommy Elliott had a tragic backstory, though most of his tragedy was shockingly self-inflicted. However, he still managed to blame the Waynes for his misfortune, leading to a brutal hatred of Bruce. In its first appearance, Hush made Batman run a gauntlet of villains, nearly killed Batman, made him believe Jason Todd would return to destroy him, and even forced Bruce to fight against a brainwashed Superman. When Hush re-emerged, he struck at Bruce's core by removing Catwoman's heart. All this definitely lands him a place on this list. Number 9 is Poison Ivy. First, let's just forget all about Poison Ivy and Batman and Robin. Just wipe that out of your head, and let's focus on the incredible character known as Pamela Isley. Created in 1966, Poison Ivy is a brilliant biochemist who was injected with a deadly plant-based poison, which gave her the ability to mentally control all plant life and manipulate people, especially men. She sees herself as the hand of Mother Nature and has become an eco-terrorist out to save the world's plant life by any means necessary, which includes maiming and murdering countless people. Poison Ivy isn't completely evil, and she actually has some good points and would be a sympathetic character if she wasn't completely insane. Number 8 is Dr. Hurt. Dr. Hurt started off as a one-and-done character created in the 60s, but the genius Grant Morrison brought him back and created one of the greatest enemies the Bat has ever faced. Morrison described Hurt as being the devil in a metaphorical sense, although some believe he could literally have been the devil. Hurt was a colonial member of the Wayne family, who through the power of black magic, lived for hundreds of years and eventually aimed to bring down Batman and his family. Heading up the Black Glove, Dr. Hurt has hands in almost everything bad that happened to Bruce and literally drove him absolutely crazy. He also cursed Bruce, which possibly led to his death at the hands of Darkseid. Number 7 is the Penguin. The Penguin was created by Bob Kane and Bill Finger and first appeared in Detective Comics 58. As a child, Oswald Cobblepot was mercilessly bullied and tormented by his siblings and schoolmates, mocking him and calling him the Penguin. He decided to adopt the Penguin name and embrace the hate and disgust from those around him, thereby turning it against them. Cobblepot decided to use his fortune to create the Iceberg Lounge, a legitimate nightclub that he uses as a front for his very illegitimate criminal empire. The interesting thing about the Penguin is that he is rather sane, unlike most of Batman's rogue gallery. Oswald does evil things not because he is driven to do them, but because he will gain from these criminal actions. And isn't that a true villain? Number 6 is Catwoman. Yes, Catwoman isn't necessarily a typical villain, but I don't think anyone is going to argue that she doesn't belong on this list. Selina Kyle first appeared in Batman issue 1. It was created by Bob Kane and Bill Finger. Catwoman is one of the world's best cat burglars, and she has evolved over the years from a burglar to a complex ally of Batman, and is best known for her on-again, off-again relationship with Bruce. Unlike many of the other characters on this list, Catwoman has been able to maintain her own ongoing series for many years, and stands with Wonder Woman and Supergirl as one of the most recognizable female characters in comic book history. Number 5 is the Riddler. Riddler first appeared in 1948 and was created by Bill Finger and Dick Sprang. Edward Nygma is a villain obsessed with riddles, puzzles, and brain teasers, and took on the alias The Riddler to commit heinous robberies and murders. Riddler frequently tries to outsmart Batman, but is consistently beaten by the Dark Knight. What the Riddler really adds to Batman's rogue gallery is something that always been important to the mythos: fun. Nygma isn't Batman's scariest or most intimidating villain, but he's the perfect fit for a good old-fashioned caper due to his obsession with elaborate riddles and puzzles. Number 4 is Bane. Bane is known as the man who broke the Bat, and that's enough. That's enough to get him on this list. Number 3 is Two-Face. Like many of the characters on this list, Two-Face was created by Bob Kane and Bill Finger, but elements of his story were rewritten by Andrew Helfer. Harvey Dent was the former district attorney of Gotham City and was an ally and friend of Batman and Commissioner Gordon. During a trial, Dent had acid thrown onto the left side of his face, scarring him horribly. The incident drove Harvey Dent insane and began to let his good and bad sides be represented by his two faces. He's become obsessed with chance and makes all of his decisions by flipping a two-headed coin. Number 2 is Ra's al Ghul. Ra's is an international assassin who is dedicated to wiping out portions of humanity, even waging biological warfare in Gotham and taking on the Justice League of America using Batman's own plans against them. Worst of all, while Batman continually opposes him, Raz's ultimate goal is to corrupt Bruce and wants him to be his successor. So before we get to our number 1 pick, I would like to throw in an honorable mention. Scarecrow. Scarecrow, aka Jonathan Crane, was created by Bill Finger and Bob Kane and first appeared in World's Finest Comics issue 3. Utilizing a fear-inducing gas known as fear toxin, he preys upon the fears of the citizens of Gotham. Fear is perhaps the most powerful tool in Batman's arsenal, so it's terrifying that someone is able to utilize this better and even use it against the Dark Knight. And number 1, the greatest Batman villain is the Condiment King. Could you imagine? No. Number 1 is the Joker. Do you really think it could be anyone else? Joker first appeared in Batman issue 1, and ever since has appeared as Batman's arch nemesis. The yin to his yang, the chaos to his order, the evil to his good. While the best iteration of Joker was featured in The Killing Joke, he has been the defining villain in every era of Batman comics and cinema appearances. He shot and crippled Barbara Gordon, murdered Jason Todd with a crowbar, and he's even tried to destroy the entire Bat family before. No matter what iteration it is, whether he is zany, only slightly twisted, a murdering maniac, or partnering up with his girl Harley Quinn, Joker's always there to give a laugh and torture the Bat. The best part about the Joker, though, is that he's only one step away from Batman. One bad day, one wrong decision, and Bruce could have turned into the Joker. Isn't seeing a twisted version of yourself truly the scariest thing? So that's it. That's my list of the top 10 greatest Batman villains. What do y'all think? Sound off in the comments down below. Let me know what your thoughts are. And be sure to hit the subscribe button for videos like this every week. And before you go, I will tell you about the great opportunity that you have to go over and check out my other channel, Total Top 10, where we're going to feature such top 10 lists as top 10 celebrities who have killed, top 10 unsolved murderers,